Today, we are commemorating Women's History Month, and the theme that I thought would be appropriate was women at the forefront of the COVID-19 battle. It is absolutely the case that women have disproportionately been impacted by this pandemic, while absolutely being at the forefront of mitigating the impact to families out there as healthcare workers, leading the charge when it comes to distributing necessities like food and other types of very important relief items to our community, making sure that information about the disproportionate impact is being shared, ensuring that information that is culturally appropriate is also part of the way to battle this pandemic, and providing us support and comfort. And all of this has been absolutely critical to the response to this pandemic and ways of mitigating what has obviously been such a difficult time and continues to be a challenge for us. And so today we have just a small sample of the finest that Montgomery County is fortunate to have in our communities, working in very different ways, as I said, to mitigate this impact. And so I will first read short bios of these amazing women. Then I will read the proclamation, and then they will have an opportunity to make brief remarks as well. It was very difficult to just select a few, but I think it is representative of what women in Montgomery County have been doing so well. So first, I'd like to introduce Dr. Ana Maria Izquierdo, who is the Executive Director of Care for Your Health, a nonprofit that provides high quality primary health care to vulnerable, uninsured, and underinsured seniors from communities of color. Dr. Izquierdo was also among the Latino Health Steering Committee members who helped launch the Por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar initiative. Then we have Dr. Claudia Campos. She is the president and senior sexual and reproductive health consultant for Centro Integral de la Mujer, Sai Mujer Integrated Women's Center. And for more than 25 years, she has worked tirelessly to defend and promote women's rights in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area's Latino community. She has been providing critical information via social media, Zoom meetings, television, and radio to Spanish-speaking constituents during the pandemic. We also have Morgan Wortham. She is the managing director for the Maryland's Women's Business Center, where she leads a team of experienced counselors and trainers who provide essential services to women entrepreneurs and empower them to launch and grow successful women-owned businesses in Maryland's capital region. They have been another key partner with the county as we provided relief to our business community affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have with us Marta Jimenez, who is the Montgomery County Senior Business Counselor for the Maryland Business Center. Marta has more than 25 years experience in business administration, and throughout her career, she has built a reputation for developing successful business strategies and new channels for business development during the pandemic. Marta has been at the forefront of providing bilingual information and assisting the county's small businesses gain access to the different federal, state, and local relief programs. We have with us Kate Liu. She's a division director of Health and Human Services Division of the Chinese Culture and Community Services Center, Inc., also known as CCACC. Since 2011, she led the clinic to develop from a 1 day per week volunteer clinic to a professional health clinic with comprehensive services to vulnerable professionals and populations. This clinic has been instrumental, along with the rest of CCACC's effort in delivering food and masks, home care, online classes, donation of PPE, and setting up various hotlines for special services, which have reached thousands of needy residents during this pandemic. We have also with us Reverend Kendra Smith. She serves as the co-lead at Kingdom Fellowship AME Church. At the onset of the pandemic, the county partner with Kingdom Fellowship AME Church to serve as the consolidated hub for the East County. Since March 2020, with Reverend Smith's leadership, Kingdom Fellowship AME Church has provided nearly £500,000 of free groceries to over 33,000 households at 5 distribution sites. On behalf of the church, Reverend Smith has formed partnerships and conducted a lot of coordination with many community stakeholders to bring vital assistance to our constituents. Recently, the Governor's Office of Service and Volunteerism awarded Reverend Smith a service award in the faith-based category. Also with us today, we have representatives from the Montgomery County Commission for Women. We have Donna Rojas, President, Jody Finkelstein, Director, Isabel Argotti, Commissioner. And as we all know, since its founding, the Commission for Women has fought for women's equality in Montgomery County and throughout the state of Maryland. Their work has led to policies and programs to eliminate gender and racial disparities. Last year, they engaged in a virtual tour around the county and provided a space for women to share how they have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. The current social climate and other concerns were also explored. This feedback has helped guide much of the Commission's work that is underway, and it informs policymakers so we can also address many of the issues that are facing our communities, especially women. I want to thank all of these amazing leaders who have been at the forefront of this COVID-19 pandemic. We know that we can only make a difference by partnering with the private, public, and faith-based sectors to deliver relief during this crisis. These extraordinary women in front of you today are just some of the many incredible county women who are going above and beyond during this time of crisis. Now let me read the proclamation, and then we will hear from these extraordinary ladies that are now part of this celebration of Women's History Month. The proclamation reads, whereas in February 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. In that same year, then Representative Barbara Mikulski and Senator Orrin Hatch co-sponsored a congressional resolution for National Women's History Week. And whereas in 1987, Congress passed a proclamation extending this week into a month and establishing March as Women's History Month to continue to celebrate the courage, foresight, and creativity of women of every race, class, and ethnic background, making positive contributions to our nation. And whereas throughout the history of our county and nation, women from all walks of life have led movements for social and economic justice, shattered glass ceilings, made groundbreaking scientific discoveries, enriched our culture in the arts and humanities, and served with valor in the military. And whereas around the world, women are shining through as outstanding leaders as we continue to battle the COVID-19 virus. Locally, we have witnessed the leadership and resiliency of women who have been at the forefront of the COVID-19 global pandemic, fighting and leading the response and recovery efforts. And whereas as we reflect on the achievements made by women throughout history, let us uphold the responsibility that falls on all of us and recommit ourselves to fight for equity and women's rights so we can lift our societies to a better level of collective well-being. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby recognizes March 2021 as Women's History Month in Montgomery County and calls upon government officials, business and industry leaders, educators, and all people of Montgomery County to observe this month with appropriate virtual programs to honor the enormous contributions women have made and continue to make. Presented on the second day of March in the year 2021, signed by Councilmember Navarro and myself and Council President Hucker. And I would be remiss if I didn't, of course, point out that one particular glass has been shattered significantly with the election of our Vice President Kamala Harris. And for that, we are inspired and we celebrate the fact that so many little girls are able to see her and aspire to be her as well. So with that, we will hear from some of our extraordinary guests. Let me first ask Dr. Izquierdo to make some brief remarks. And of course, we unfortunately have to be brief because we do have an agenda, but I wanted to make sure that we could hear from some of you. Okay, Dr. Ana Maria Izquierdo.
Thank you very much. I just want to say, after many years of working in the community, there's a point in your life where you just cannot keep asking people to do things, and you just surround yourself by people that care and run ahead and do what must be done. But this cannot happen without all these people surrounding us that really care. And my team at Care for Your Health, I just, went to them one day and say, hey, there's a pandemic. We need to go virtual. Can we go virtual tomorrow? And they stood up and made it happen. And then whoa, we need to go and make sure that people get vaccines. They need an order. How do we get more people in the clinic so they can get orders? And they made it happen. And then the next day I was like, we need to test people. And, 7 months later, we have tested 23,000 people. So it's about having a vision, but surrounding yourself with people that really care and allow us all to make it happen together. So thank you very much. And I look forward to working with you all to make good things happen.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Izquierdo. Doctora Campos. Oh, you're also muted. Ahí está.
Ahora sí. Gracias, Nancy. Bueno, good morning to all, and would like to wish all women happy International Women's Day. Thanks to the council member and especially Nancy and for your support, leadership, and put the name of Latinas on the top. You are a pride for us. We love you. Oh. My name is Claudia Campos. I'm Latina woman, an immigrant for 23 years. I'm a mother, grandmother, the two beautiful grandchildren, Lucas and Valentina, wife, friend, and proud to be Latina and Colombian too, Colombianissima. I'm happy to live in Montgomery County. This year was a really, really difficult year, but for Latinas USA, for the Centro Integral de la Mujer, and my partner in this dream, Angela Franco, and the woman that we represent, is an honor and a responsibility that we receive it with gratitude. Thank you so much, because this motivates us to keep working very hard. In this pandemic, our mission becomes more powerful because our Latina women stand on the front of line of the COVID-19 crisis as healthcare workers, caregivers, community organizers in combating the pandemic. The crisis has highlighted the importance of our community work and contribution, but also the disproportionate burdens that women carry. For them and with them, we will to continue to advocate for a life with more equality and the community families more healthy. Latinas USA, more than the organization, el Centro Integral, el Círculo de Mujeres, her history, more than an organization, is a women's movement that we believe in better world for the present and the future of our girls. We need juntos, together, we can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, gracias.
Thank you so much, Doctora Campos. Morgan Wortham from the Maryland Women's Business Center.
Good morning. And thank you, Councilperson Navarro. So we are so glad at the Maryland Women's Business Center to participate in this. Really, there's no better day than today to really highlight and recognize the work of women entrepreneurs in our community. Of course, we at the MWBC, we work to empower small businesses and women entrepreneurs to grow, especially in our region in Montgomery County. Annually, we help about 1,500 women, a lot of them primarily here in Montgomery County. And we really work to help them achieve economic growth through our entrepreneurial training, access to funding, particularly in this time, PPP and other federal loans, relief funds, and also through strategic business counseling, thanks to my wonderful counselors, especially Martha. What we're committed to at the MWBC is serving all women in our region, but we do have a particular focus on our women of color, primarily our Hispanic and Black entrepreneurs. And we make sure that we're able to serve everyone. And we also work hard to continue to grow some of our existing programs, particularly during this time, our childcare industry business program. And we work to help our local family home-based childcare centers to stay open and to continue to sustain and grow. As we know, they're critical to our economy at this time. And we do this, and we're so thankful for our elected officials and also the support from our sponsors, SBA, and of course, our other local funders, county and local government. We wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without the supportive efforts and your help to achieve this. We really hope to continue to sustain and add value for women entrepreneurs in our region who seek our services, and also for the communities we serve. And I'm just so thankful for the tireless work of my staff. And Martha, if you want to also say a couple words, if that's okay, very quickly.
Absolutely, thank you. Very quick, thank you, council member. So it's a great time for me to have this, couple seconds with you, because we used to work together on the field. So today we're just celebrating a good time. Just like a summary, we used to say, so Women Business Center is like the hospital for the business, and have the same feeling that the healthcare providers. So we are just struggling, but helping these people to pass this pandemic. They are not alone, and we are here thanks to you, council member, and thanks to all of you. Please just let the community know they're not alone. We are here for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Kate Liu.
Good morning. It's such a great feeling of being among so many great people in the county. I'm so moved. The only thing I didn't have is a napkin by me. It's so moving this morning. And very grateful that I was on the list, and it was a surprise for me. So my journey with COVID I have a longer journey because I was in China January last year, and I've been through quarantine at that time. And when I go through the border, nothing happened. I talk to myself, I have to do something. Then and last year, February 7th, we met with Dr. Gales. He's already there. With a group of community doctors. And from that time on, our mindset is what we can do. And pandemic is the first time for anybody. We don't have a menu. We don't know what to do. We just go by our heart and observe and listen to the community and see what's the need. So after 1 year, we've been a long journey, and I'm very happy last Saturday, with the support from Dr. Gale and the county and Department of Health, we were able to give the vaccine to 280 senior 75 above who had no way to register the vaccine. They don't have the phone number that works. They don't have the email that can reach them. So our a team of volunteers go to 3 apartment clinics just to sign them up with their own emails. And we are going to visit those clinics again for the second dose. And we make more than 1,000 phone calls to reach these people. And in 3 days, we gather a group of 50 professional volunteers to give the vaccine. And I'm proud to report that we didn't waste one single dose. Everything goes perfect. So it was not for me. I think without a group, without all these great people in Montgomery County, this couldn't have happened. I don't know whether the vaccine ends the pandemic, but I am confident with this spirit, we can go a long way, no matter what's ahead of us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ms. Liu. Ms. Donna Rojas.
Good morning. Thank you, President Hucker, Vice President Albanaz, Councilmember Navarro, and members of the County Council. It's an honor and pleasure to receive this proclamation commemorating Women's History Month on behalf of the Montgomery County Commission for Women. Councilmember Navarro, we thank you for being the voice of women in Montgomery County. Still, we hope that more women will run to balance our extraordinary county council in the next election of county council members. Gentlemen, you know we appreciate the hard work you do, but we need to ensure that the council reflects the community in which women make up 51.7%. When we open our Montgomery County history books, we see women stepping up and leading the way. Women like Lavinia Ingalls, who in 1930 became the first woman from Montgomery County to be elected to the Maryland House of Delegates, and Odessa Shannon, the first African-American woman elected to the Montgomery County Board of Election. In the future, when we open our electronic history books and look back, we will read about the monumental role women played during the pandemic and how much they endured. History will recount how Montgomery County women served on the front lines of the COVID efforts. They became instant teachers, ensuring that their children did not fall by the wayside during the pandemic, and they shifted their entire lives to guarantee their families were taken care of and safe while holding down full-time employment. Montgomery County women make it happen, but we will not forget to thank our male counterparts who support us. Thank you again for this opportunity. And as I like to say, women, we rock.
That is true. And last but not least, we'd like to hear from Reverend Kendra Smith from Kingdom Fellowship AME Church. Reverend.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Councilmember Navarro, Councilmember Hucker, and all of the entire County Council. This is indeed an honor and a privilege. It is our heart at Kingdom Fellowship AME Church to serve. That is who we are, and it has been a testament to partnership with faith-based organizations and faith-based communities. We are so excited about this opportunity that we believe God has given for us to be present in our communities. I represent only one person of hundreds in our church and in our community that are serving every week. We serve every week and have been serving every week since March. So we're coming up on a year of serving every week. We started out serving on Saturdays at East County Community Recreation Center, and then we evolved into 5 and 6 other locations. And it has just been a great journey to partner with all of the many organizations that we work with in Montgomery County, too many to name. This work is much too big to do alone. And so our heart is for collaboration and partnership in mobilizing people to serve. So many people want to get involved. They don't always know where or how. And it is our job, we believe, at Kingdom Fellowship AME Church and serving as the East County Services Consolidation Hub to help make those connections, to help people partner together, that we might be community where we are most needed. And so thank you again for this honor and this privilege. I am extremely grateful to God for this time, but especially I just want to commit being present and serving wherever we need to be during this great time and difficult time that we're in right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reverend Smith. And with that, all I can say is, of course, deep appreciation to all of you. I think that it's clear to those who are perhaps watching that Montgomery County is rich in this extraordinary asset that is community. And it has come together to help us mitigate this extraordinary time. And so I'm grateful for each of you, and I celebrate each of you. And as one of you said, let's hope that, past 2022, there would be some other women sitting on the dais as well, because it is important for us to be at every single decision-making table that exists. Thank you very much. And with that, I pass it on to our council president, Tom Hucker. Thank you, ladies. Have a great day.